afoot. I'm joined by the psychologist Jade Thomas to discuss it. Put it bluntly, are we gullible?
I mean, trusting others is a natural instinct for us as humans. So it becomes very much second nature because we are social creatures and we tend to do better as humans together. We share social knowledge. And then there also comes in that social conformity comes into it. So we often doubt our own judgment, therefore we look to others, which I guess could in some way make us more gullible.
Make us more susceptible to newspaper articles, and I mean some television stations as well, I'm sure, that you kind of generate a group think. You were just saying, we all do this together, and my neighbour's rushing off to buy a toy for their child for Christmas. Maybe I better join in as well.
Yeah, and it comes from something that we call positivity bias, where we assume that most people will act in an honest and a genuine way. And then it also comes from something else called confirmation bias, which is a tendency to favour information that confirms what we already believe. So we tend to look for that information in certain forms of media, whereas if that's news or social media, we look for that to kind of make us feel like we're right in our thoughts.
Yeah, because we almost want to believe that there is going to be a shortage because it's what everyone's talking about and we don't want to be left out, even if the analysis doesn't actually stand up to examination.
Exactly, and that comes from it comes from anxiety. So we want to feel more prepared. So we'd rather know if there's going to be a shortage so we can go out and whether that's buy fuel or buy toys for our children. We want to feel prepared because that will then reduce our anxiety levels.
Yeah. Is there any evidence either that you as an academic have looked into, or colleagues and friends of yours in that world of study, that would suggest that business people know all of that all too well? And therefore, if you've got Christmas coming and it's a high point of turnover and of profit for you, what better to have an artificial surge in October, only then to have another profitable surge in December?
Yeah, I mean, lots of psychology is used in marketing, and it comes with something that's called the Barnum effect. And that's where we believe that personality descriptions are specific to certain people when actually they're quite generic, just as an example. So that's used a lot in marketing strategies. And also in terms of marketing, it's about building trust in their audience, and that it's about building that relationship with an audience, so then people will believe whatever they say. So if they do say that they're going to have a shortage, if they as a consumer really like to shop there, they will believe what they say. So it does come into marketing as well. Lots of psychology comes into marketing and how humans work.
And I'm glad to hear that confirmed, because I'm not a psychologist at all, a bit of an economist, but I'm glad to hear from an expert like you confirm it. Because the other thing that struck me as being really significant, and just take the fuel shortage, in inverted commas, my wife and I had to go up to Yorkshire and we were panicking that where we'd get petrol from and what have you. And all the way up to Yorkshire and all the way back down again, absolutely no problem. And I noticed on social media that there were as many people saying, fuel shortage, what shortage, as they were saying, oh, can't get any, I've been queuing for hours. So there's almost a kind of psychological pride in saying, I broke through, I cracked it, or perhaps pricking the button, pricking the balloon of the rumour that there is a shortage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And especially with social media, everyone tends to share what they see, and it comes down again to algorithms. And the more of what you interact with, then it comes up on your feed. So there's that plays into it as well. And also a lot of what we share on social media, we want to share our best self on social media. So even if that's something as small as that you manage to get fuel over other people, it might be that you want to share that, but then other people also want to talk about the anxieties, and they might want to talk about with others and share with others to see if other people have also experienced that they can't get fuel. So it plays in both ways, that you want to connect with others in the sense of if you're going through anxiety, but at the same time you also want to show your best self.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Jade, great to talk to you, and thank you very much indeed for finding time for us. That's Jade Thomas, psychologist, there with her thoughts on it. So takeaways from that: don't believe everything that you read, whether it be in print or here on air or on social media, and just think it through, because panic buying creates a shortage. For that, there is no doubt at all. Lots more still to come.